last hour, Muncie leaders sharing an update on Sunday's mass shooting that killed one person and sent 18 others to the hospital. Our John Duran is joining us live in Muncie, where a news conference just wrapped up. John, what are you learning there?
Gina, we're learning more about what led up to shots being fired, as well as how John Vance was taken into custody. That was yesterday evening. Muncie police say during a traffic stop here in Muncie, Vance was taken into custody and is preliminarily charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery, 1 count of criminal recklessness, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon. No murder charges, no criminal reckless homicide charges, anything that would have to do with the homicide of Joseph Bonner, who was shot and killed Sunday morning. But Muncie police say they aren't sure if more charges are coming, and if more people are involved in this. They wouldn't give up much on the investigation. However, they do say there was an argument between John Vance and Joseph Bonner just before shots were fired. Witnesses allegedly told police that's when things got physical, and Vance pulled a gun and fired 5 to 6 shots. Police wouldn't say if more shots were fired than that, if there was an exchange of gunfire, what kind of weapons were used. But that is a witness account that was put in a probable cause affidavit that was filed just today. We also got an update on the victims of this shooting. Police say there are 3 still recovering at Indianapolis area hospitals. Stable, also 3 still recovering at Ball Memorial here in Muncie. Muncie police tell us at the time of the shooting, there were 15 officers on staff, and they said they transported 7 victims by police squad cars to hospital. Today, the city still saying that the part of the problem was the size of the party that we're told was maybe more than 500 people to maybe 1,000 people, and said they attempted to shut that party down well before shots were fired.
What I will tell you is I don't know the exact timeline right now. We haven't had time to break all that down. We've been doing a lot of other things, and I'm sorry that's not on your time frame. But with that being said, we did make an initial phone call. We asked that that party be shut down. It was not shut down. And then we tried to call several other times, and he refused to take our call.
So again, police are still working through the timeline on what led up to that party, led up to shots being fired exactly. There's still a lot of questions to be answered. Right now, Vance is being held on a $105,000 bond that was increased by $50,000 from what we heard last night when we originally heard that Vance had been arrested. We're still waiting for the prosecutor's office here to file formal charges, and we will be bringing you any updates tonight at 5 and 6. I'm live in Muncie. John Duran, 13 News.
All right, John. Yeah, lots of questions that went unanswered during that press conference. So you're going to be following that story. It's, of course, still developing. Reporting live for us in Muncie. We'll talk to you at 5. The community coming together, holding 2 vigils to remember the victims. One at Berea Church in Muncie, another last night at the Robert Hunt Warming Center. Several victims are still in the hospital recovering, some fighting for their lives. As John mentioned, Ball Memorial in Muncie just told us 3 patients are still there. Last night, the Muncie community fighting in prayer for those victims.
I would accept any of your prayers, not just for me, but for our chief, for our other elected officials, for our team. We're trying to work through this and try and make it better.
Not only are neighbors focused on faith, but they're also focused on action, and many see this as the only way to move forward together and in spirit.